Good morning, everybody. It's Grace, and I'm here to do a little video on my experiences and my opinions and my views on narcissists people with narcissistic traits or tendencies, or some might actually be labeled that malignant narcissists. But their need, not all of them do this, their need to have attention, they're attention seeking. Not because they deserve it, but because they want it. Now, there are all kinds of people who are attention seekers, but these are the ones who don't deserve it. I mean, some people that feel they deserve it might be somebody that's developed a product, and use this as an example. They developed a product and they want to get it out there because they think it's a great product, so they're attention seeking. In that sense, that's not what I'm talking about. The type I'm talking about is the ones that would, like I said, or have the narcissistic tendencies, traits at least. And they think, here's the world. I mean, here they are, and here's the world revolving around them. And once that world stops revolving around them, or they feel that they're not getting enough attention, they resort to different types of attention-seeking behaviors, and to get that attention back on them. And nobody else can have it. It's for them. And that's also the way they get their narcissistic supply. That's their narcissistic supply. All this attention, all this on me. I want it. I have to have it. And I don't want to go deep into the discussion about narcissists themselves and what is their traits and all that. But this is something that has been on my mind lately because of something I said recently. And to one I had gone previously no contact with. I feel like sometimes you have to go total I have to go total no contact. And I have mentioned before in the past that I have known narcissists, been around narcissists since I was born. So that's not a choice. And we could talk another video about what happens to somebody who is not, is around them so long and is not one. But I'll be right back. Okay. As I said, this was a person that I had previously gone no contact with. The situation came up, had contact, and I found one thing that I have learned over time is, in all these years, is not to allow them to put their problems on you. And this is very common in my experience, remember. It's very common, one size doesn't fit all, for them to put their problems on you. And even say you are the problem for their problems, that kind of thing. And this was another situation, but not with that one, but another person. And I said, well, it was not my monkey, not my circus, not my monkeys. And right when I said that, I realized this one, she, female, they're not all males, she was going to use that. Right when it came out of my mouth, she's going to use that. She caught it, she listened, she's paused. She's going to use it to get more attention from other people. Okay? And you might wonder, now, how could somebody get attention from, some people by saying that this is not my problem? Basically that's what it comes down to me, is this is not my problem. I'm not going to take care of it. It's not for me to take care of. And how would she do that? Because one thing I have learned, I have it written down here. Another thing I've learned all this stuff with this, is that, these attention seekers can get attention by saying they get too much attention. On the one hand, they have, can't see me. On the one hand, they have a lot of people giving them this attention, this supply. They're giving them this attention. And on the other hand, they'll tell other people that those people just want so much from me. That they want my attention, to have my attention all the time. They want me to do everything, for them. And that is not the case. You see, she's going to use that expression, or it's a proverb, I believe, Polish. Not my circus, not my monkeys. She found something new to attention grabber also, and because of the expression, the way it's said, it's kind of cute, funny, or whatever it makes you think. And I could just see it. I mean, I just went, I just fed her. And it's so easy to accidentally feed them, what they need to get it from other people. Yeah, and this brings about another topic which I've done before. I've done all these, in some way Not so much on attention seeking, that's why I'm doing it now. But this is one of the ways they get what they need from other people is to copycat them, is to get new ideas, because so often they can't think of their own because they've used so many things that they'll take from somebody else. Copycat. I'll be back. Okay, as I just said, this can be a person, a person who, a narcissistic type or tendencies of person who is going to find something from you and use it to copy you and to get that attention. This can bring about, in my view, my experience, a problem for the person. It might result, the result might be in the person they stole from, the same kind of thing, but they are deserving of the attention. That would be a bad, kind of example, but not really an example. But say I did something at a job or in a classroom or something, and it was develop something, and that one, and the attention, well, she did it. She's the one that did it. She should get maybe an increase in pay or something, whatever it is. But the other person steals it. Okay. So the narcissistic type or whatever steals it, and they get the attention from because they're really good at manipulation, really good at people believing them. Certain people would believe them, so they steal it. Now, who deserves the attention is the person who actually developed the product or the theory or the whatever. So that person might say, wait a minute now, and then they go out seeking attention to draw it back to themselves where it belongs. That can be a problem. Also because other people are going to say, well, that person's just, seeking attention is all it is. It can become bad. So these narcissists are so good. They know that. They know that, hey, it's like there's a stereotype of professors, which, I've never seen myself, is that a professor might steal the idea of a student, of a graduate student, and use it as his or her own, I've never seen it, never really heard anybody, but there's kind of a little stereotype or something. But I think I have seen it on jobs. I have seen it where, I do something and somebody else says, okay, I'm going to take that as my own. And bosses, I have seen bosses do that. And they're attention seekers. They're wanting all the attention on them, not on the person who actually deserves it, which is very sad. But there are other types, of people that sometimes it is jealousy, and it doesn't have to be a narcissist. And they see everybody else is getting attention. I want it. Jealousy, the way I've always heard it's jealousy is when you want it, you don't want somebody else to have it. And envy is when you want it, but you don't care if other people have it. Anyway, and there's also people who just didn't ever get attention from their, family or friends. They were the wallflower, something like that for whatever purpose. And then one day they say, I'm tired of just being the person on the side, of everything, sidelines, and they seek attention. There's a variety of ones, but like I said, I was talking, here to talk about the ones who are narcissists, narcissistic traits and tendencies of. And to make a point, they are this type, and it's the type that I have had too many in my life. Not all of them, like I said. Anyway, I'm going to be right back and wrap this up. Okay, hope I made that clear that, this type of attention-seeking behaviors are, it's not just about narcissists. It can be other personality disorders, and it can be just people who don't have a personality disorder, but it can be situational. Anything along that line. But like I said, my experience was to say, once I said that, and I really should have just, gone kind of silent and gray rock and just ignore it and just go and do what I need to do. But it's easy not to. It's a problem. It is. Because when you're around healthy people, you might express something like that, and they might see it kind of funny, and they understand. But it's not always easy to sit there and say, okay, this is that type of person that I shouldn't say something like that to. You hope for healthy people. But anyway, let's see. I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover. Maybe I didn't. I'll have to go back and watch through it, and maybe in another video. But anyway, make sure you read the description more. I'm not a healthcare professional provider. This is just my opinions. I totally believe one size doesn't fit all. And, you know, it's just really for entertainment purposes, but these are just my experiences and how I feel about it. And I'm looking here for my notes, but yep, that's all I want to talk about right now. I think I'm going to start doing more videos like this, change it, because this is more my type, my type, what I want to do. Who knows? We'll see. But I'll talk to y'all later.